everybody, welcome back to Prissy Beauty. Today I have a tutorial for you using my Laura Mercier's Artist's Palette, gorgeous palette. I've done a tiny first impressions swatches of it for you, and I've used this violet shade here in this palette, which for me is probably the most beautiful shade in this palette altogether. And I used the Deep Night, which is a navy color as well, and it's like a smoky eye, very pretty, very wearable, and that's it. If you'd like to see how I did it, keep on watching. We're going to start by using our Painterly Paint Pot by MAC and just applying that all over the lid, all the way up to the brow. Once you're done doing that, I used for a base for my lid color a NYX pencil in purple. It's just a regular eye pencil, but I thought it was a nice color for a base, so I'm applying that all over my eyelid. If you have one of those purple color tattoos, I think it would be nice for this. I didn't have it. So just like a light purple like this for the base, for our main shadow on the eyelid. And then on the Laura Mercier's Artist Palette, there's a shade here called African Violet, which is probably my favorite shade in this palette. I think it's beautiful. With a flat shading brush like this, we're just going to pack on that color. And we really want to dab like this. Don't swipe on your eyelid, because then you just end up with a ton of fallout and not enough color. Just going to cover all that purple pencil that we put on. I'll leave it like this for now. Then with a pencil brush, we're going to go in Deep Night, which is this navy color here, which also was a surprise for me in this palette. I think I really like that. One thing I forgot, which is something I wanted to do just for this sharp edge that we get here, is to apply a piece of tape on the outer corner of your eye. I'm just going to use this one right now. And just apply the piece of tape right there. Just so you end up, not so much for the fallout because I have not done my face yet, but more for the sharp edge that we get there. Now with a pencil brush in that Deep Night color, we're going to go in the crease and trace that crease all the way in. You can start slow, and then you want to bring it out all the way to meet with that tape that you put it down. So, you know, start slow because you don't want to build the color too much at first. You want to blend it out too. And don't go up too high from the crease. Make sure you get this edge right there. And bring that in. Only in the crease. Like that. Okay, and then to get rid of that harsh line, we're going to go in the palette again with this matte shade here called Plum Smoke, which is a pretty color as well. Fluffy brush, we're going to go in right above the crease with that color, and we're going to blend out the crease color as well at the same time. So we're going to spend some time here now blending this out. Dip it in the purple again. And blend away. Now go in with the pencil brush again on the Deep Night color and just intensify the outer V here. And I'm bringing in to the lid a little bit, just on the outer part, which is where we want it dark. And blend. It takes some time to blend this, so be patient. I'm gonna go in the Vanilla Nuts, which is this matte cream color, and this is gonna be the you know, underneath the brow color. And you can bring it down a bit more if you like, just to meet that transition color. I'm gonna go in the Plum Smoke again one more time and dust that over the shade that's been on the crease. Seems a lot more smoked out than this side. Okay, then you can remove the tape, and hopefully you end up with that sharp edge as well. With a flat shading brush like this, I'm going to go in that deep night color, the navy blue, and run that on the lower lash line. Very close to the lashes though. Like very close. And leave the inner corner alone because we want to just put a little shimmery color there. And then since it's so close, you can go into the blending brush and just kind of blend it out a little bit. Like that. And then with a pencil, another different pencil brush or a pointy brush like this, I'm going in the color Sunlit, which is this shimmery champagne color. And this is going to be the inner, you know, the tear duct, and then you can bring it up a little bit into the lid, just the inner third, just to give this effect of brightness in the inner part of the eye. I like to go back into the African Violet, the first color we used, and apply it again on the lid, just in case some of that blending and that purple, the dark blue, sorry, you know, you lost a little bit of color with that. Then you intensify again. Now, I'm going to apply false lashes. I'm using Ardell's 108. I don't have them in here anymore. But I did cut the inner part, so I'm just using the outer part. And it's a very natural looking lash. I don't even think you can see that. See, it's very small. It's just to really give you that little flare on at the end of your eye. Really nothing major at all. You can totally skip this step if you have better lashes than I do. Just gonna use my double glue, let it sit there for a little bit. Meanwhile, we can apply black liner on your in your waterline. Like that. With some tweezers. Gonna hold the lashes in place. I found that cutting the lash strip at least a little bit, like towards the end, not using the entire strip, it's helpful because usually the inner corner is the hardest part to make it stick. So now I'm just gonna pinch them together with my lashes, and it gives you a very natural look, as you can probably see already. Let me zoom you in a tiny bit. So you see, like, you can definitely see, I mean, it doesn't really look like it's false lashes, but it's definitely there. You know, the lashes are a lot fuller than without them. And then I will go in with the black liner and just line the eye very lightly. No wing, no nothing. Very close to the lash line, and make sure you cover the band. So I usually go like this. Make sure to go over the band a little bit. And then I'm going to apply some coats of mascara. I'm using the Mega Plush Maybelline, so you can actually see. I definitely think the false lashes in this case adds some drama to the eye. I think it looks very nice and very natural at the same time. And that is that for the eyes. I'm gonna finish the face and then I'll come back for the final look and I'll give you a rundown of what I use for my face. Okay, now I'm done with the face. I'm just going to give you a rundown of what were the products that I used. For foundation, I used the Revlon photoready airbrush. My shade is in... Where the hell is the shade on this thing? Natural beige, sorry, can't find it. And it's a tad bit, a little darker than most of my foundations, so... And I forgot I had it. I don't use it so much, so I wanted to give it a go. I used that. For concealer, I used the Milani HD 02. This is medium. I really like this concealer. I think it has a little salmon-y undertone. It takes care of my dark circles very well, so I really like this stuff. For bronzer, I used a little bit of Nars Laguna. You know, I talk about this bronzer all the time. It's my goal to hit pan on it. And then for blush, I used Breath of Plum by MAC, which is this beautiful plum color. The name tells you all. And then for the lips, I used Hug Me, also by MAC, which is a more natural, you know, nudish kind of look. So let me give you a zoom in, and you can see what the final looks look like. And I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, leave me comments, suggestions for future videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!